See, that's just a bit offensive.
Oh, John, you don't understand. You really, truly, just...
And we're gonna stop there.
Okay.
Shindig.
I paid good money for shrimp. I don't want to lose it.
Alright, then. Okay. I mean, you are the DM, John.
I am?
Yes! So, us starting kind of hinges on you doing stuff.
On me doing what?
Anything.
What's my job here?
Unless you want George to become the DM. First of all, everyone who has ever mildly inconvenienced me, their heads are just gone. Exploded. All dead, simultaneously.
Does that include Nancy?
Does that include George?
Ooh.
You pose a good point.
When you convenience yourself.
Yep.
When you
But
wake
by
up
all
and
means,
look in the
don't
mirror
include-
and you vomit.
No, George's final words are, "You got me there," and it's...
And he just spontaneously, his head just explodes spontaneously.
Yep.
You got
Okay.
your sheets open?
Yep.
Yerp.
It will take me just a moment, but I will have it open in a second.
Yep.
And of course my screen turns off as I shut up. Quiet
Sounds
you.
like it's a bit more than a second.
Alright, quiet you.
I can't wait to hear the recap.
Oh, God. Oh, boy. So far as I know, George is still in a dress. And awake.
So! Last time, the party proceeded to return to the New Ghoul Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Then, the party decided to split, well, not decided, but split from the 4 test subjects that were there, with the promise of contacting them with specifically a lit fire. So whatever
I
that
see
noise
Matt's
is, that
playing
could
Hollow
stop.
Knight. Very loudly.
What do you mean very loudly?
We can all hear it very loudly.
I can barely fucking hear it.
I can tell that you are in Green Path.
Nah, that's just some weeb level recognition there.
Yeah, it's also loud enough for me to be able to tell the exact area theme.
No, that's where the weeb level recognition comes from.
Yeah, why do you know the specific area themes?
Because I've spent a long time fucking around in that game. Green Path also was the source of much frustration for me. Well, basically every area in that game was at some point. However, Green Path was continued frustration.
What about the main menu?
I haven't actually spent that much time in the main menu.
Sounds
love
like
how
not
you had
every
to-
area.
I love how we had to think about it. It's like, is the main menu a problem?
So, again, with the promise of specifically a lit fire, that is how you're going to contact them when you're ready to leave. It being nighttime, Lucas is the only one who can enter the city.
Yep.
Which he
Under
does.
normal circumstance.
Yeah, that rule just kind of goes out the water in like 3 minutes. No one can enter except robots in wigs and normal humans dressed as gatekeepers. These are the only 2 circumstances. I know, they're really specific.
Inside the town, at night, Lucas goes to the bar for some wacky shenanigans and hijinks, and he encounters single-handedly my best creation.
Yeah, probably. I feel like this is the result of a fever dream.
I told people about them for weeks.
Lucas has encountered the Ball Boys. TM.
No problem.
TM, good. Yep, gotta trademark that. Oh. Is that to
And-
prevent me from using them?
Could be.
Oh
And
god, now, I really now just want to have an arc of the ball boys trying to break into the tops.
So the ball boys, being the ball boys, they are entirely dressed in Yankee attire.
Mm-hmm. Other
And with-
baseball teams are not available.
Nope, just the Yankees.
Yep.
And with shenanigans aplenty,
Mm-hmm.
one thing led to another,
Mm-hmm.
and the party ended up with George in a dress and a wig,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nancy
I'm
becoming one
sorry,
of the ball
do you
boys.
mean Merryweather?
And shaving her head.
Well, it wasn't shaved. Just very
You cut your
close
hair.
cut.
Mhm.
Very close cut.
Lucas also joining the ball boys.
Mhm.
And apologizing to every guard and individual he walked past.
That was a lot of it, yes.
I'm so sorry. George owned that. Owned that look.
Did he though?
Yes, he
Did
did.
he really?
She looked like a mess.
And the reason George was in a dress was to seduce the mayor
Uh-huh.
to sneak past him into his house
Mm-hmm.
to steal a signed baseball which did not exist.
Go on.
Didn't George specifically say, "Hey there, pretty boy"?
Yep.
To the mayor? Good, just making sure I didn't imagine
But-
that.
But let's not forget you said that cross-eyed.
Oh yeah. Now I forgot he was consistently cross-eyed.
So, inside the mayor's house, there was a very arbitrary trap, so to speak, made for all kids 5 and under,
Mm-hmm.
which was found to be nigh impossible for the ball boys.
Mhm.
Each one of them failed.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it was only pretend lasers, I keep
Mhm.
using air quotes,
Mm-hmm. I hear them.
even though they're only pretend lasers, the ball boys, every time they touched one of the yarn wires, they just passed out.
Yep.
Mhm. Yep.
Mainly due to fear.
Yep.
And inside of the mayor's office, you were able to, for one, find the safe, which held the cryo gun, which I believe it was Lucas that took.
No, that
No.
was George.
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 I think George is the only one who actually went in there.
No, Lucas went down there.
Okay. Well, I just remember, like, George went down there before the ball boys.
Well, didn't you give it to someone?
No. He
No,
just
he
walked.
just held on to it.
He rolled agility to actually avoid the chaps. He played along. He unlocked the safe with pure dumb luck. Grabbed the cryolator, and then carried all of the unconscious ball boys out with him.
And so, all right, George is currently in possession of the cryolator,
Mm-hmm.
and also inside the basement area, the party saw that Vault 18 was under the mayor's office,
Mm.
still locked. And I don't believe I said it earlier, but there was no console to be seen.
Ah.
So it was just a big vault door that said 18 on it.
Mhm.
And while the ball boys were trying to get past the laser grid, and George was taking them out, and Lucas was supervising, so to speak,
Mm.
the mayor was putting the moves on Nancy.
None of those
you
words
mean-
feel accurate.
Don't you mean cherry bomb?
Oh god, I forgot about that.
The nickname
What
my dad
happened
uses
last
for my
time?
mom.
Many things. For instance, suffering.
Oh, the loss of my will to live. Who am I kidding? I lost that years ago.
And the session ended
Mm-hmm.
with George scaring the entirety of the town guard at night with a death claw screech,
Yep.
running
Get a
the
dress,
opposite
Add a
direction.
wig.
Nancy following with him.
Mm-hmm.
Lucas just standing outside of the mayor's office or house. And I think you left the ball boys in an alley.
I don't remember where George put them.
I feel like
I
that's
thought
it.
we were still running at the end.
Yeah, I thought we were.
No, you two were running. I thought you said before then that you would put them down.
No, he was
no, I'm
running
pretty
with
sure
them.
George is running with them.
I don't recall this.
I
don't recall.
Because
Yeah.
we talked about like this being the end of like a Pokemon episode, like, and how like the credits would
God.
roll.
No. I mean, if there was a time for like a episode ending, it would be then.
Mhm.
And then,
As you're running away, it just flashes on screen. Seinfeld.
Jesus Christ. Oh, George's like, now.
So, what's the game plan, fellas?
George screams at the words. If I'm gonna be on a TV show, it's better be Sunny in Philadelphia. This stupidity only fits there.
Nancy's just never gonna go in that town again. Never.
We're done. It's over.
We're done.
Never.
We had a good run, guys.
Never want to see that mare again.
That's fair. That is very fair.
So where are you two specifically running to?
Running out to
I-
the cart, which
I
I believe
guess
is
we're-
outside the
I
town.
guess, yeah, we're running out to the cart. I will say George is gonna dump the ball boys.
That's
You know what?
Phrase.
No, he's just gonna put them outside the bar. He's just gonna kind of leave them on the ground outside the bar.
They're
He
gonna
assumes.
wake up and think it was a weird fever dream.
I feel like that's their natural state of being is fever dream.
George assumes that they're a common enough occurrence in this town that someone will put them somewhere.
You gotta leave the ball with them, though.
Yeah, George.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
No, George doesn't have the ball. I think
Lucas has the ball.
Yep.
So I need to follow your dumbass. See where the hell you drop him, and then just put the ball in like Jackie's lap.
Alright.
Totally forgot to
Please.
mention. All
Please
of their
don't.
names were Jackie.
Please don't bring this up again. My head hurt enough. as
No,
it
John.
was.
One of
Okay.
them specifically
So-
named Jackie.
There was Jackie,
Please
Jackie,
no.
Yep.
Jackie,
I hate you all.
Jack-E, and then Lucas was dubbed Jack E.
I hate you all.
I love this. Oh, it's awful.
Everyone loves the Ball Boys.
Oh,
Cult
it's
classic.
Jesus.
So
Yeah.
Lucas,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Well, I do believe after I leave the ball with the ball boys, the ball signed, what was it?
Jacker Robinson.
Jacker Robertson. I am going to walk up to the mayor and just kind of apologize to him for this bullshit that has occurred.
Well, for you to have followed George,
Mm.
Did he just carry them out of the settlement?
Oh yeah, George ran and used the Deathclaw Screech as a distraction.
The Deathclaw Screech that originates from you?
Yeah, we already went over this in the previous session. The guards didn't know where it came from, and why would they assume it came from the robot in a dress? so they just completely ignored George.
They are just in a panic right now.
Mm.
George's plan
Flawless.
worked. Yeah, exactly. George's plan worked exactly as he wanted it to. For
I
once
will
in his
say-
goddamn life.
I will say, as George is running past other guards, you do hear the guards on the walls and the guards just running around in the city shouting, "It's a chameleon Deathclaw."
Yeah. I think George has at least a passing understanding that that is what that was.
Mm.
Oh, wait, no, I misinterpreted that. Never mind.
Yep.
I thought you were implying that there was a specific, like, sound to a chameleon deathclaw, then I realized, no, they think it's a chameleon deathclaw because they don't see one. Like, I get it now.
Ah,
Oh my
funny
God.
joke, I get it. We're on the same page.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna follow dickhead number 2 and dickhead number 3 back out of the settlement.
Gonna have to be more clear.
Who's the one that engaged this shenanigan, Michael?
You!
Which means I am dickhead number 1. I said 2 and 3.
Okay, then. Like, not that George did not go along with it completely willingly, but it was not his idea.
Which is why you were not the first.
It's,
So yeah, I leave the ball with them, and then I go over to the guards that were. I'm assuming the guards at the gate are now also in a panic.
There are no guards at the gate right now.
Everyone is inside.
They are... No. The people out in the settlement, like the humans, synths, and everything else, they're still outside of the gate.
Mm-hmm.
They're still not allowed inside. All of the guards are just panicking, searching every corner, every alley, every street, and all around the outside, trying to find this Deathclaw.
George shouldn't be, but he's proud of himself.
Anyways,
It's rare that he gets to be the cause of panic.
So, are all three of you going to be leaving the settlement?
I'm going straight for that wagon.
I'm going to remind my party members, hey, we're not leaving yet.
I just want to get out of the town.
We're already out of the town, Nancy.
Oh, we are? Are we out of the
Yes.
town? Okay.
You're like at the gate.
Oh, okay. I know. I'm not going back in there. I'm staying at this cart. Mhm.
Anyways. This was really dumb.
I mean,
Like,
it was
really dumb.
successful.
I put over my head air quotes,
Oh.
successful.
George is kind of inspecting the cryolator.
Okay. So, from what you can see about the cryolator, it looks to be a fairly hefty looking gun. It has about the same width of
Bless you.
a
Darn too good.
rocket launcher.
Okay.
Like, it's as wide as
Yeah.
it, but not... Like, it's not just like a perfectly cylindrical object. It does have different wires and different tubes coming out of it. The gun itself, it's not cold or hot, it just feels like a regular gun. Comprised entirely of metals and plastics.
All right.
There is a top container, it's like a glass window, and that is just full of water.
All right.
And on the side of it, there are 3 empty holes. And
Okay.
there are 2 extra holes as well, that they're just not empty. They look to have They're like little light bulbs, and they are filled with ice,
Alright.
and they are just jutting out. And there are tubes running between where each hole is, and like where they connect. So it seems like the ice is fed into the water, which is sprayed out, which freezes.
Okay.
The gun is also blue.
David, do you have a die? Soon to get.
One more and you die.
Wait, that
Shotgun cock behind you.
I detonate the floor immediately behind me.
Yep.
Alright, so what now? We have a fancy gun. Also, I'm taking this fucking jersey off. I take the fucking jersey off.
I do too.
Dare you?
I do too.
How dare both of you?
George is gonna take the jersey. Whatever Lucas does with it, George is lying in wait to claim the jersey.
George, do you want anyone to help you get my hair off of you, or you keeping that for a while?
George seems to ponder this for a moment.
I mean,
Do it, pussy.
I don't know what "do it" in this scenario means.
Keep
Does
the
it-
hair.
How horrendous does it look?
Oh, you look awful.
Is there any way George could make it look not awful?
You could remove it.
I mean, if you found a stylist.
Is there enough hair to style?
I mean, it was Nancy's hair,
Fair.
my
so
hair.
unless you're calling her an ugly sack of garbage, then
Okay.
yes.
So, I mean, the inherent flaw with this is we're in a ghoul settlement. What are the odds of him finding a hairstylist?
I mean,
Yes.
you could try Mama.
Although, to be honest, that sounds like just the level... Oh my god. I have just remembered they actually made this joke in Fallout 3. There is a hairstylist in Underworld. There is a ghoul hairstylist in Underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, this is not Underworld, but George is willing to bet that the world is absurd enough that there may in fact be a hairstylist in this town. He's willing to bet money on that.
I will also say, the cryolator, that counts as a large gun.
Yeah.
So right now,
What time is it in game?
in game, it's like 1 in the morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be pretty late.
I'm going to bed, guys.
You do that.
Okay.
I'm going to bed in the cart.
Okay. Have fun.
Inside the cart, Vlad is sleeping alongside Truffles, and Oleg is sleeping on the ground next to the cart.
Mm.
Is there any more room in the cart?
There's room, yeah.
All right. I'm squeezing in there.
So
Oh my
right now the
God.
cryolator is in your inventory unless you want to... Oh no, you would have to de-equip the shock claws.
Yep. For now, it's just in George's inventory. It doesn't, to be perfectly honest, it doesn't feel like a weapon that George would be, like, super ridiculously crazy about, so he is probably going to pawn it off on somebody else, but somebody would probably have to ask him for it.
Okay.
At least at the moment, he's just carrying it around. He saw a shiny thing, he took it.
Like the true bitch that you are. Shiny! It's mine now.
I claim it in the name of George.
But that's mine!
It's mine now.
Claimed it. Do you dispute the claim of King George?
First of all, you're not a king. You're not a king.
Oh, actually, have they left the cart yet?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Have you guys left the cart?
Presumably not.
I didn't say we
just
did.
gonna say before she goes to bed. If the mayor asks for me, I don't exist. Got it?
Got it.
Who are you?
No matter what. Alright, great. We're all on the same page. No matter what, I don't exist. Good night.
No problem, talking cart.
Cool. I'm just gonna go let the mayor know where we're gonna be staying for the night.
Okay.
So you're going back into the town?
No.
George kind of puts his hand on Lisa's shoulder. Just for the record, I've committed theft. Let's not talk about this.
Just for the record, he told us we could take any one thing out of that vault that we wanted if we got the ball boys off his back.
I believe... Actually, George wasn't present for this conversation, so no, George is just going to accept that as truth. However, as a player, I'm pretty sure that's not what he said.
That is what he said.
I'm pretty sure he said, if the ball boys succeed.
I mean, technically, they did. I am one of the
they
ball
did.
boys.
I guess.
You know, technically speaking, he's not wrong.
No, I guess not. Oh. In all actuality, a robot in a dress just walked past the mayor, took the cryolator, and left.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
I guess in a way that counts as victory for them, because George was technically working for them, sort of, kind of.
Mm-hmm. George, the mayor didn't know who you were. He just thought you were some whack job robot who was associated with him.
He's not wrong.
So yeah, no theft. Completely legitimate, even though it was really dumb.
Stupid, but legal.
Oh my god.
There's probably a book out there called that. This is like a collection of things that legally you can do, but you really shouldn't.
You know, like the blue law in Connecticut that revolves around being legally allowed to beat your kid.
God, I'm so tired of hearing about that.
It's a law.
Yeah.
No idea how many people have. That's literally what it is.
It's literally.
And it's
You
not
can beat
beat,
your
it's
kid.
kill.
Oh, it's kill. Sorry. You are legally permitted in the state of Connecticut to kill your own child.
However, it's a blue law, meaning that whilst the law is still technically on the books, it is circumvented by various other laws. Such as laws against murder.
It ain't murder if he's not awake or squirming.
Alright then. Anyway.
So, what are George and Lucas going to do? Because Nancy's going to bed.
Oh god. George is just gonna... I'm really debating if George is gonna keep this hair. Because first of all, if he keeps this hair, he's keeping this hair. It's like, it's a matter of either he gets rid of it now and remains as he is, or he commits to having hair now.
What do you want to do?
He is legitimately trying to decide in character.
George. It
Yes.
doesn't look that great on you.
It could.
But it doesn't.
I mean,
When was the last time you saw yourself with hair?
George looks Lucas directly in the eyes and says, I lost my hair when I was 30.
Lucas is legitimately laughing like that.
George was canonically bald well before he was a synth.
And here I am, 127 and still a decent amount of my hair left.
Fuck off! Just because you're a mutant freak.
I mean, you're not much better, Merryweather.
Where does it say in this cruel world that a man's not allowed to look beautiful? If anyone knows what that's from,
Don't.
points to you. You should. I will give you one hint. It was also said by a man in drag.
Ah. Tim.
Tim?
Was it not Tim Curry?
No.
No? Okay.
I
Ooh.
will also say it was on a kids show.
Okay.
It's Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh.
Timmy's father was wearing a dress. He entered a beauty competition. They wouldn't let him join.
Ah.
If I recall
is this just
correctly.
what George is remembering at this point?
Yes! Sure. It's canon that George has seen the Fairly Odd Parents. Why not?
Sounds like you're losing your shit over there, John.
Either way, for the moment, George isn't doing anything with the hair. He's just kind of... Actually, he's gonna look around for just an abandoned hat.
I thought you were going to say more hair.
Oh,
No. Nancy's trying to sleep. She just hears from behind her. Turns around. It's got a fucking electric razor. Just, hi.
Nancy, I have a problem. My prime directive has been switched.
From murder to shame. That's a very random change. Either way, George is going around looking for a hat.
Okay. There are plenty of hats that are lying around next to people's tents. Some of
Okay.
them are laying on top of their faces. Some of them are still
Okay.
wearing it.
He would prefer to look for one that appears to have been abandoned.
Is little Timmy's propeller hat.
No. Jesus Christ. Should I roll something?
Roll perception.
Roll perception.
Roll for hat.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. So,
Oh, God.
as you're looking around, you do notice quite a lot of people have decent-looking hats. But one in particular catches your eye.
Oh, no.
And this one,
Mm-hmm.
hard-pressed to call it a hat,
Mm-hmm.
it is a steaming pile of poop.
Okay.
So if you want
Should
to
I be
try and
taking-
wear that,
Should I take my
No.
headphones off, please?
Okay, we're moving on. George
So-
accepts he will not be finding a hat this day.
there is not an abandoned hat anywhere.
Okay.
They all have owners,
Okay.
homes that love them.
More than you ever could.
So, what are you two doing?
Regretting my life choices primarily.
That's fair. There's not really much for me to be doing. I don't think. Like, I feel like this is just kind of a wait scenario.
Mm,
Are we in agreement on that?
yeah. George is just gonna find it. He's gonna sit on the cart. Specifically, he's going to sit on top of the abomination.
Okay. And where is Lucas going to be going?
I'm going to go to the edge of the campgrounds and just kind of do a bit of Lucas grade meditating.
Mm.
Okay.
By that I mean I'm going to be charging and dispelling orbs.
Oh, okay.
You said it's now how much per charge? It's 2. Okay. I'm gonna do it a number of times until I'm at 140 rads.
Okay. George,
Mm-hmm.
are you actively like looking out for things?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a perception roll.
All right. That is a 16 plus nothing.
Way to get my hopes. So as you're looking around, the people themselves, they appear to be sleeping fairly comfortably. It's as if they're used to this at this point.
Not
The people,
I don't know.
the people inside of the town, you do still hear panic. And
Good.
you do still see guards actively running around. Every now and then, a few guards will rush out of the gates, look around, and then go back inside. In the tree lines, you don't really see anything. It all appears safe. Up in the trees, there is a surprising number of owls.
Yeah,
All of
George.
them appear to be just looking in every conceivable direction.
Yeah, George just kind of acknowledges this and is like, yeah, that's almost definitely her.
It's like a solid 42% chance.
It's a
Minimum.
50-50, really. Either it's the weird, creepy girl, or the owls are coming.
As I always imagined.
My time has come. Take me, my lords.
Oh my god.
Master Hedwig, I knew you'd return for me.
Praise be Aulon, destroyer of worlds.
Oh god, yes.
Anyways, moving on.
Okay. Nancy,
Mm.
while you're asleep, make a roll for me.
Oh shit. Oh no, where did I put my dice? Hold on, I have them. Oh, in my pocket. Shit. Okay. Give me just a second to get out the app. Apparently my dice fell out of my pocket when I went to help my brother.
Boo-doo-doo.
Stop it.
Damn it!
Michael, do you want John to get hit with a takedown notice from Nintendo when these one day get uploaded?
That'd be amazing. I feel like he wouldn't even be upset.
Natural 19. And I can screenshot this for you.
So, you have a fairly uncomfortable sleep. Something just keeps nagging at you whenever you almost drift off into sleep. Something stops you from doing it. And you don't really get a deep sleep, but you are able to shrug it off after a while and go to sleep.
Okay. Suspicious.
Lucas,
Mm-hmm.
are you going to be going to sleep, or are you just staying awake?
I mean, I was gonna go to sleep at some point.
Okie dokie.
With
Make a roll.
just a general roll.
Just a general roll.
Okay. The demons are calling. Oh, never mind. Natural 19.
All right. Same as Nancy. Sleep is uncomfortable, and a deep sleep is impossible for you. But you are able to move past it and just have a good night's sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Does George notice them sort of tossing and turning in their sleep?
I mean, my ass probably didn't go to bed by the cart.
The Nancy did.
on Nancy's part, there is no tossing and turning.
Okay.
Because it's not like something's bothering her in her sleep. It's just every time she's about to go into a deep sleep, something pulls her out of it. It's not like she's waking up either.
Hmm.
Her mind just isn't going into REM sleep.
Hmm.
So unless you can somehow detect that, you don't notice nothing.
Nah.
So it is now about 6, 7 in the morning, give or take. Oh no, George is the only one awake. God damn it. 6:36 a.m.
Yes. And 14 seconds.
15, 16, 17, 18.
Etc. Etc. Yeah.
19, 20. I forgot to come back to 20.
20, 20,
Somebody
20,
throws a
20,
rock
20.
at him.
23.
Someone throws a rock at him. Shut the fuck up!
Oh my
Christ.
god.
So, other villagers are starting to stir. Some of them you did notice had woken up, like around 5 o'clock. Some of them even a little earlier, seeming to start their daily routine and their daily tasks. The gates are currently not open, or at the very least, no one is trying to go into them. There is no actual like gate or door. It is just an open hole, but no one is trying to go in. Seemingly, they know the curfews at this point. So, some of them are walking up to fairly large trees that have nicks in them, and as per a morning routine, they get out an axe and just start cutting.
Okay.
Whether it be to get firewood or just to practice strength or whatever. It seems mainly the males who were on guard duty are the ones that have woken up this early to do early morning training, so to speak.
Okay.
Alright.
And it's around, I'd say, 7 o'clock when everyone else is pretty much like fully awake. Some people are packing up their sleeping bags and sleeping rolls. Some people are actively moving everything around. Essentially like making their bed. They're like moving the dirt back where it used to be before they were sleeping there. And they mess it up. It generally seems that there's just in order to everything. Like everyone has done this so many times that it doesn't bother them and they're used to it.
Yep.
I will say at this point, both Nancy and Lucas, as well as Vlad and Oleg, are waking up. Vlad wakes up, sits up, looks over at you, George, and as he's rubbing his eyes, good morning, George.
I would say I have a logical explanation, but it really isn't. Like,
we
it's
know
an
you?
Glad it's me.
I don't.
Who's me?
Sims can have hair?
Technically, no. How about you look at Nancy?
He's eyeballing you suspiciously as he looks down at Nancy. Then, as soon as he sees Nancy, he looks back up at you. What? How did?
So the first thing I'm going to say is this was Nancy's idea. The second thing I'll say is it was Nancy's idea because of something Lucas did.
Not my fault.
It absolutely is your fault.
Not my fault. They put a wall in the way.
You put a wall in the way. Oh, I realize what you're quoting now. Worst throw ever.
Ever.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Not my fault. Okay, anyway.
We have goofs.
Yes.
He looks like he wants to say something, but then he stops himself, looks down at Nancy, and looks back up at you.
Mm-hmm.
And it appears as though a light bulb has gone off in his head.
Mm.
I'm still dreaming. And he lays back down.
That's beautiful.
Smart boy.
George is immediately determined to look even weirder by the time that it's the only way. Combine the beard. Just rip someone's beard off.
And as Oleg is waking up,
Okay.
he stands up, stretches, looks over at you, gives a... It's as he's essentially giving you the 1,000-yard stare. And without saying a word, he walks away.
Oh, good. Good.
We brought this upon ourselves.
George is walking into town. If anyone wants to follow him, they can. George is walking into town.
Is Lucas or Nancy going to be doing anything?
I guess I'm heading for Mom's.
Oh, am I still asleep or no?
No, you're awake. I said you were stirring.
Oh, I am stirring. I'm staying by this wagon.
Oh my god.
So, Lucas,
Mm-hmm.
as you're going into the town, you find no issue.
Okay.
You do pass by the two guards that were basically on rotation. There are two different guards in front now, but they do give you a nod.
Mm-hmm.
George,
Mm-hmm.
as you try to enter the city, one of the guards looks at you and essentially does a double take
Mm-hmm.
before he stands up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You know the rules around here, ma'am. You can't be in the city just yet.
Oh. Yes. Yeah. We're new here. If she needs to, and I kind of look at George as I say that, if she needs to wait outside, I'm sure she won't have any problem with that.
George looks baffled. Just completely and utterly baffled. Like, he just does not know what to say. He's just at a complete and utter loss.
Are you just blankly staring at the guard?
For a moment. And then he's just kind of like, alright, I'll just wait.
Okay. As the guard gives a slight nod to you, Lucas, as you're... Well, are you turning around and walking out of the gate? Back into the settlement?
Oh.
Michael?
No, I'm just baffled. Oh, you're asking. I thought you were talking to Lucas. He's just gonna kind of hang around the gate until he can go in, I guess.
Okay. The guard looks at you and, with almost an apologetic smile, he says, "Yeah, it shouldn't be much longer now. City will be opening up soon. We thought you knew. That's our bad."
Nope. I knew we weren't allowed at night. I guess I just didn't know specifically when I could go in.
Yeah, it's more... It's whenever the town actually wakes up and all the people are at the stores and the fighting pit is open. So, it really depends.
Alright.
Shouldn't be much longer, though.
Stupid question. Is there a hairdresser in town?
They both look like they're gonna be sick. Oh, right. You're new here. Well, our local doctor, he can be a bit excessive.
Oh,
when it comes
I've
to
met
fashion.
the doctor. Oh, I've met the doctor. Mom does hair as well then.
Mom does a lot more than hair.
I am disturbed but interested.
I'm disturbed and also intrigued.
He leans in close to you and whispers, "Mom really tries to push for nipple piercings."
Well, I don't have nipples, so that's a moot point.
He looks at you. He's looking at you almost the same way Oleg did. 1,000-yard stare. As he says, "Neither did we."
I don't know how to... George is now 1,000 yards staring. He like doesn't know how to interpret or respond to that. He's just like, yeah, all right, cool.
So what I take from that is Mom likes to Frankenstein body parts onto people for sick fetishistic needs.
That is certainly one way to phrase that, and probably the most disturbing way to have phrased it. Jesus Christ.
Huh. Really wish Lucas was here to hear that.
Oh my god.
This is gonna... Oh, she's gonna be an sorry. He is gonna be an interesting addition to the settlement.
Oh god.
Isn't the entire reason you're trying to find him to tell him not to come?
Is that the case?
No. No, it was not.
Him to stay here.
No, we just thought we had to leave then, at that exact moment, which does not seem to be the case.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Didn't we convince Mom to come with us?
Yeah, but Mom said she needed. God damn it!
You
Said
did this to us, John.
Said they needed 2 days.
He.
Hey.
I said they.
And I
He.
said he.
He identifies as he.
Shut up. It's easier this way for everyone involved.
Not for Mom, you bigot.
I'm losing my shit.
I will kill you all.
Trauma, bitch.
Either way, yes. George is still waiting to be allowed into town.
Okay. Lucas,
Yes.
you're going to Mom's.
Hmm.
All right. So
So is he like walking past George?
Yes.
he was walking.
I was walking with you.
Yes.
George is going to tell him, when you get there, against my better judgment.
I left before this conversation took place.
Oh, never mind.
That's why I said if Lucas had heard this, oh boy, this would be an interesting interaction. Not because Lucas would want it, but more out of why.
Mm.
I thought you were going to say it would be interesting because he didn't want it.
Yeah.
Also,
I
George is
did
just
wait.
gonna let slide the fact that apparently ghouls don't have nipples. He's just kinda like...
I mean, Michael, how many ghoul babies do you think there are?
That's not the point! Ghouls were human! Humans have nipples!
Yeah, and
Is
ghouls
this
are
just
also
a-
melted piles of tumor.
That's fine! Why specifically do their nipples fall off?
Not necessarily all of them, Michael. Not all ghouls. Why the fuck are we having a conversation about the logistics of ghoul nips?
I'm gonna die! I hope you're having fun, Marina, whatever you're doing. Oh my god.
Ghoul nipples, brought to you by John Kurjima.
I'm gonna kill you.
Okay.
This is a riveting recording, by the way.
Oh God. Okay. So
Oh my god.
on your way to Mom's,
Mm-hmm.
you do notice that a lot of ghouls are starting to wake up. There is still movement in the city. A lot of the people that you actually saw at the bar last night are either returning to their homes or they're starting to set up shops.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like most of them have pretty much designated their own shops. None of them have any signs out front specifically labeling what goes where, but it seems at this point they just know. And the ones that are open right now is a clothing shop and a food stall. Aside from that, as you continue on, that sign that was previously on Mom's door is now gone. And underneath that sign is just a big, painted on the door, open.
Okay. So, I'm gonna enter. Against
Okay.
my better judgment as a player. Is there a little bell, or do I knock as I go in? If there's no bell, then I'll knock.
Okay. As you go in, there is no bell.
Okay.
So you do knock, and you do hear the knock going in throughout the room. What catches your eye
Oh no.
is there is a ghoul lying on a stretcher, his mouth wide open, being held open by clamps.
Oh no.
And, and in the center of the room, back turned to you, is Mom in a bright red lab coat. Some areas of the lab coat are redder than the others.
Mhm.
And as he hears the knock, you hear a muffled, as this Mom is wearing a mask. You here for business or pleasure?
More business.
Mom looks at you, red face mask,
Mhm.
and hands. They have these comically big
He.
medical. You got me.
Oh my god.
That's not gonna get old. So he has comically big surgeon gloves on.
Mhm. We're talking like TF2 medic comically big.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
So he looks over at you. You're back.
Yes, I am. Just coming by to make sure you're still okay to head out with us after after the 2 days are up when we start leaving.
Well, now it would be. I guess it would be this day that you would be leaving. I think.
It would be. Yeah, you did spend 2 days here. It would be today. So, Mom looks over at you. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Just, let me finish up here.
That's fine. I'm not trying to rush you.
Oh, the last guy that rushed me was a little too pushy.
He's dead now.
He might be.
Oh
I
god.
would pass Mom to just, have an accident at the operating table.
Mom turns around back to the ghoul on the stretcher, but then he turns back around to you. You think you could lend me a hand, darling?
I'm not exactly that great as a medic. I'm better at creating wounds than patching them up.
I'm not sure
So
Mom
am
is
I.
either. Yeah, I was about to say.
So, all I need you to do is
Mm.
come on over here, hold him down, and make sure he does not scream.
Alright then. You are on screen prevention.
I will say, the ghoul on the stretcher tilts his head slightly in your direction, and he looks like he's about to cry.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna look at Mom. Does he need to be conscious for the operation?
Well, 50-50, I guess.
I'm not talking about bludgeoning him. And I look at him. I'm not talking about bludgeoning you. I'm not gonna punch you.
He looks a little sad.
Mom, the nerve underneath the neck. This is odd. This is.
Are you bold of you to assume that Mom has any knowledge of anatomy whatsoever?
I mean, I feel Lucas, living a large portion of his life as an assassin, would know what the fuck I'm referring to here. The cluster of blood vessels that go straight to the brain, where if compressed for a short period, just makes the person knock the fuck out.
Okay.
Mom looks at you,
Uh-huh.
looks down at the ghoul's neck, nods to you.
Oh no.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold him down, like I said, okay?
Are we not gonna?
Is
put him
this
to
man?
sleep for this.
Yeah, he'll be fine. And he starts patting the ghoul's cheek.
Oh God, what is coming?
I looked at the ghoul. I'm sorry. And I hold him down.
Oh God, why?
Mom reaches his glove inside. You hear an
Say
audible.
what?
A toolbox?
No, inside his open mouth.
Okay,
Hmm?
you just didn't specify.
You hear an audible as the ghoul on the table starts writhing and trying to get up, and all you can hear from his open mouth is
Uh-huh.
and Mom gloves, completely red by the way, red gloves, pulls out one of the ghoul's teeth,
Mm-hmm.
looks over at you. All right, well we got 1 out of 20. Let's keep
Why
going.
are we removing so many teeth?
Well, he came in here. He said he wanted all his teeth gone. He wanted a new pair of teeth. And I said, oh, well, you don't need a new pair of teeth. But he said, oh, but I need a new pair of teeth. So now I'm getting rid of the old ones, gonna give him new ones.
I looked to the ghoul. Did you actually ask for this?
Through teary eyes, he closes his eyes and gives a slight nod.
He's an idiot. He deserves it.
I lean in real close to him. You asked for this.
From the ghoul, you hear,
And I get back up and I hold him down.
Oh my God.
all right,
Do
So-
we really have to sit here and sleep?
back to George.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm gonna be right back.
Oh my
Okey-doke.
God. Good Lord. Okay.
So, at this point, a little bit more time has passed. It's been about a half an hour. It's about 9 o'clock right now.
Okay.
No, 8 o'clock. And, yeah, 8 o'clock. And the ghoul looks over his shoulder and then looks over to you. All right, you can come on in now. And
Alright.
the ghoul on the other side of the gate rings a big bell. And you
Alright.
notice that the majority of the settlers outside of the town look up at the bell and start gathering their things and seem like they're going to start walking inside.
Alright. George heads in. You said there's a clothing market or a clothing stall?
When Lucas had walked by, it was open, yes.
George is gonna pop over there.
So you're just going to go to the market district?
For the moment, yeah.
Okay.
He assumes Mom isn't going anywhere.
Well, not for a little bit, no.
Not that he knows what's happening, but I think it's reasonable for him to assume something horrible is happening.
And the stalls that are open right now, there is a food stall, a weapon stall, a clothing stall, an armor stall, another food stall. One of them appears to be vegetables, the other appears to be meats. And the last one seems to be a mercenary stall, where you can hire mercenaries for a price.
Ah.
And
George?
then at the far end, there is a bounty board.
Alright. George is drawn to the bounty board, however, he's still going to the clothing store.
as you approach the clothing store, there is a female ghoul sitting there. She looks to be about 30, and right now it looks like she's knitting a scarf. And, well, I mean, she looks like she's 30. She's probably like 600, but you know.
Yeah.
She looks up at you. Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. You got any hats?
Well, it depends. What kind of hats are you looking for?
I'm kind of open to suggestions.
You mean for yourself?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Well, I can give you a beanie. And she
Okay,
slides forward a beanie.
We're gonna roll out the beanie.
All right, tough crowd. No beanies.
I'm thinking something wide brimmed, like a fedora, for example. But doesn't have to be a fedora.
Wide brimmed. Let me think. And
Sombrero.
she sits there. She
Please
sits there
no.
without moving an inch.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a good, awkward 45 seconds pass,
Mm-hmm.
she looks up at you. How wide-brimmed?
I am morbidly curious at this question. Is the implication that you have something very wide brimmed?
Oh, yes and no.
Okay. Well, let me see what you got.
All right. And she leans over, and it sounds like under the stall that she's at, there's a big trunk.
Okay.
That you hear the latch open. And for one, you did guess it right. She pulls out a sombrero.
God damn it.
Two,
Yes.
she pulls out a hat. You know Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
Jesus Christ!
We got extra wide, extra tall.
Do you have something?
And then the last wide-brimmed hat she pulls out. Originally, it looks like she's pulling out a cowboy's hat, but instead of the actual like thing that makes up the top of the hat, it is a radroach's head.
Okay. So, how much for the roach hat?
She seems taken aback by your question.
It's not for me. However, looking at that, I realize there is someone who needs it.
Don't you dare give it to Vlad.
You know that's what I'm doing.
Papa Roach! Papa Roach!
There is no escaping this.
She looks at it. All right. What I could do for you,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to you for 20 caps.
Alright.
Are you going to take it?
Yes.
All right.
However, before I do that, do you have any other hats? Just anything.
Well, I got one other. And she reaches down into the trunk and pulls up what appears to be one of the baseball helmets with the Yankees logo on it.
I would ask where you got that.
That's one to AC.
I would ask where you got that, but I'm pretty sure I know.
She looks up at you. So you're gonna be getting anything else or what?
I'll just take the roach hat.
All right.
I'm trying to think if he would want anything else. question. Do you have any masks? Like something that would cover this ugly mug? And he points at his own face.
Oh, I got just the thing for you.
Oh god.
I need to roll a die.
Oh no.
You hear rummaging again, and
Mhm.
she pulls out a rubber chicken mask.
Yes.
Now, I have questions.
Have you played Hotline Miami?
Yes.
It's that.
Did you, like, rob a novelty store?
I didn't rob anything. Thank
Okay,
you very much.
scavenge. I apologize. You're right. Scavenge.
I did happen upon a very auspicious looking store. They had
All right.
weird stuff in there.
Okay. So, did you find any other masks? Because I'm assuming if you went to a novelty store, there were probably, hopefully, more than that.
All right. She leans down. Oh. She pulls out a horse mask.
Mm-hmm.
She pulls out a Jason Voorhees mask.
Mm-hmm.
So a hockey mask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. She pulls out. Which one is this? A hippopotamus mask.
Hippopotamus mask.
Does she pull out a seal mask?
No.
The best of all masks.
There's only 2 left, and she pulls out a Abraham Lincoln mask.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And she pulls out a duck mask.
I think I'll just take the roach mask. Hat. George pays her for
Got it. You're getting the horse mask.
George pays her for the roach hat.
Okay.
That was 20 caps, she said.
20 caps.
Ah, good. We're down to 15,246.
What a bargain.
I know. Okay, so yeah, George has that now, and George is gonna peek at the bounty board.
Okay. As you're walking up to the bounty board, you do see the majority of quests on there are really mundane things. One of them is help find my lost cat. Another is help find my lost dog. Help find my lost child. 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 Help
George.
find my lost bird. And help
George.
find my lost child.
Yeah, George understands. George is kind of demoralized.
There are 2 other quests on that board.
What are the other 2 quests?
Uh,
Murder my child.
One of them just says Private Eye Detective Wanted. And the other says Who Wants to Fistfight a Bear?
George very quietly looks at the fistfight the bear. There's no other choice.
The quest, specifically,
Mm-hmm.
the quest reads,
Mm-hmm.
Whoever is man enough, and whoever has strong blood running through their veins.
This is Oleg, isn't it?
Don't worry about it. Feel free to join me on a hunt to find Yao Guai. The bigger the better. The harder you hit, the better. The reward for single-handedly taking down a Yao Guai in a fist fight
Mm-hmm.
will be determined by your medal. But
Okay.
also, you will get 300 caps for each one.
George is fine.
You sure?
George is good. George has a town he needs to get back to.
But the bears.
There will be plenty of time for bears later.
Kinky.
All right then. So, George begins walking toward Mom's.
Okay.
I'm
Nancy.
going to say, actually, wait. He is going to quickly return to Vlad, put the roach hat on him, and then go to Mom's. If Vlad is asleep, all the better.
Vlad is asleep. Nancy.
I don't know where Marina went.
She's dead, you know.
Is she in the call still?
Forgot I muted myself. I'm sorry.
It's
What a bitch.
I didn't want to disrupt the fun. Yeah, you stopping by and putting a roach hat on Vlad there, friend.
Mhm.
Okay.
Do you have any
When you do
comment on
this,
that?
when you do this, Michael / George, Nancy's
Mhm.
gonna look at you. She's gonna let you do this. She's gonna say, you know, if last night hadn't happened, I think I'd have questions. And now, I don't question anything.
Mm.
I accept this reality.
Also, how's the town doing?
In what regards?
Oh, she's asking George.
Oh.
It's going.
Are they all in a panic still, or
No, they seem to have calmed down.
that's good. That's good. No mayor's asking for me, right?
Nope.
Oh, thank God. Alrighty. Yeah.
So cold.
Listen.
Not as cold as that fancy gun we took.
Mm.
But yeah. So what's the plan? Do we have a plan? Anything we're doing in particular right now?
George.
George,
No,
what?
George is distracted.
He found another shiny thing.
No, George. So
Vlad's
George is
eyeball.
George has calmly put the roach hat on Vlad's head. What did Nancy ask him?
Bitch.
What plans do we have? What are we doing right now?
I'm going to go talk to Mom against my better judgment.
Are you gonna ask her to join us, or him to join us? God damn it!
No one will escape it.
Technically speaking, I think they've already agreed to. I, however, am going to go find out if it'll help me with the hair. Because
What kind of
apparently,
view are you looking for?
I mostly just want to straighten it and make it look not awful.
It's kind of hard when you're working with a base of gum.
Look, that's all I had to work with.
I kind of forgot that it was stuck on gum.
Oh yeah, no. That's just straight gum.
It's real ratchet.
If you want to be specific, Big League Chew bubble gum.
Oh, do you guys want to see what Nancy's hair looks like now?
Is it your hair?
No. Give me just a second.
You failed us, Marina.
Time Time's up.
Give me
There's nothing
How could you do this?
wasting our time at this point.
Here we go.
Do
So,
this.
but chocolate brown.
Fair enough.
Is short. But
Check.
good luck getting your hair to look nice with gum as the base. How long are you planning on keeping it?
I haven't decided yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you is he wearing a hat, by the way?
No, he is not.
Are you gonna get a hat maybe? You can do that.
I tried to. This was the best hat she had. And he points to the roach hat.
That is very debatable, sir.
Let's hope you find a better one then. Well, good luck on your ventures. I'll be here.
Have fun being here.
I'll play with my Doge. And now play with Doge.
Alright then.
It's dead, you know.
I'll kill you.
For years.
I'll kill you.
Try me, bitch.
So, George, you're going to Mom's now?
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you get to Mom's, you see coming out of the front door a man bleeding from his mouth with cotton just shoved in it, and he is stumbling very, very heavily. He is crying, but he looks happy.
George takes a cursory glance at this man and then just keeps walking.
When you open the door to Mom's, Lucas, you've seen some shit.
I'm getting PTSD flashbacks.
You getting PTSD flashbacks of what? Just torture?
Yeah. I feel that's a fair statement, don't you?
So, George, as you open the door, Lucas, 1,000-yard stare. Mom, decked out in a fully red lab coat, comically big red gloves, and a red mask on his face.
Good.
And he appears to be wiping copious amounts of blood off of his gloves.
God.
And yes, the mouth bleeds a lot.
Good. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I heard that. George just kind of looks at Mom. Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
Oh, what up, George?
Yeah. Okay. So, I was told you apparently can work with hair.
As he is pulling down the mask, a big smile grows on his face, and as he's like turning towards you, oh yeah, I can absolutely do so. Oh.
Yeah, it needs work. It's stuck on here with gum. It needs a lot of work.
What, you want me to just get that off?
Well, I was wondering if there was some way to maybe salvage it.
He walks over to you, very, very calmly, puts a hand on your shoulder. You know, if you need someone to listen to your problems, I'm here for you.
I've been bald so long. So very long. Like, you don't understand. Are you a pre-war ghoul?
No, I was born in a vault. Then, you know, thrown in a pool of radiation.
That'll happen.
Happens to the best of us, I know.
Well, see, before I was this metallic abomination, I was a man before the war. I lost my hair when I was like 30. I became this when I was 70. Since then, I've been alive for 200 years. I've been without hair a really long time.
And you're telling me out of all the problems you got, hair is the biggest one.
I've tried to fix all my other problems. It never works.
It generally
I'm-
winds up with a lot of dead bodies.
I'm hoping that this one might at least have sort of a decent resolution.
All right. What kind of hairstyle are you looking for, darling?
Maybe just kind of long? Well, not long, just straight. I just want it straightened. Hanging off the head, like hair does.
She looks up at your head. Always hanging off all right.
I know. By gum.
He leans in a little closer. That's gum? Oh, darling, that is unsanitary.
Oh, I know. To be honest, this was sort of done not as a joke, but as part of a really stupid and elaborate plan, which I'm just gonna have Lucas explain to you
Uh,
if you want to know.
before
You know a group
say
called the
any more,
Ball Boys? Huh?
Before you even open your mouth, Mom puts his hand on your shoulder and looks you dead in the eyes. Is there someone out there picking on you?
No. Granted, they did try to knock me out like 3 times.
He's not wrong.
You just give me names, darling. You give me names and I'll take care of it.
So far as I know, they are all collectively Frankie.
Jackie.
Jackie, sorry.
George knows what he said.
They're all collectively known as Jackie, with varying levels of E.
Uh, Mom looks at you suspiciously.
Mm-hmm.
And how many of these boys are there?
God, I don't even remember.
I think there was 5.
Yeah, probably.
There were 5.
They're morons. It's not a problem. Plus, I don't feel pain, and they also could not have successfully knocked me out if they tried. I just went cross-eyed, screamed, and then pretended to be asleep every time they tried to knock me out. It was funny.
You know, it sounds to me like whenever there's a problem, you somehow try to run away from it. That doesn't sound healthy.
How does screaming and crossing my eyes count as running away?
Well, you gotta stand up to these boys who are picking on you.
Hello, Mama.
George puts his hand on Mom's shoulder. If I wanted to, I could have broke every bone in their bodies.
You see that hostility? No, that's bad. And she lightly slaps your hand.
You literally
Bitch.
just told me to stand up. It's fine. It's fine. Now,
Darling, it's not fine. It ain't fine at all.
can we do something with the hair or not? Alternatively, if you just have wigs somewhere, that
Well,
would
there are
also
plenty
be
of
acceptable.
wigs.
Alright. So, I'll just kind of leave that to your discretion. If you think it would be better to try and save this, we can do that.
You know, I think it would be better if we got to the root of your problems.
We can start with the root of these hair follicles.
George, just kind of with his hands, does the fake drum thing, just dead.
Mom is just standing there, hands on his hips, looking at you.
Okay, You want to talk about my problems? It's a long, and George slowly goes cross-eyed. Long story. I went through the stages of grief so long ago. Okay, I'll give you the short version. I was a man with a shitty job and a wife who had a much better job. I relied on her. This was fine. She didn't mind this. Then she lost her job. Then I tried to make money. Didn't work. Didn't work at all. Life got worse and worse and worse. And he kind of looks at Mom and he looks at Lucas. God, why am I talking about this?
I have no idea. I didn't push for this.
Long story short, I died. Then some lunatics put my thoughts in a robot and then threw me in a dumpster. And I've just been walking around since then trying to make sense of whatever the hell this world is.
Mom looks at you, smiles a little bit. Now, doesn't that feel a little better?
Maybe. I will not say whether it does or does not.
Probably doesn't with him. He's a fickle bitch sometimes.
What do you mean sometimes?
Fair. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, Bucket.
See, he's always calling me names.
It's a term of endearment to you.
Mom turns around and looks at you, Lucas. Lucas, you are gonna listen to me right now.
For fuck's sake.
You are not gonna call this young boy any more names.
Oh my god, I love this.
Yes, Mom.
At hearing this, George just kind of like a little taken aback.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting to get bitch slapped by this one.
So George, you're just taken aback?
Yeah, he just doesn't really know how to process this.
Mom looks happy with himself and smiles. Alright, good. Glad we got that sorted out. So, you two were here for something. You were here for a wig, we'll work on that. What are you here for, Lucas?
Well, like I said, I was making sure you were still coming with us when we left.
Well, if you still want me to come with you, I'll come with you.
That is the case.
Alright.
Again. It'd be nice for our settlement to have another medic, and if you're certain that New Ghoul Alliance will be okay.
Oh, they'll be fine. There are plenty of medics who come through here every now and then. They open up their own little stalls down the road. They get more business than me. Bastards. But they do.
George nods quietly at that, seemingly just like in agreement.
So, it ain't no big deal. I can leave. I just had to get my stuff together, see a few patients of mine who were a little desperate for more attention than they needed to be.
Alright. Well, you've probably got an idea of where our cart is, so.
Mom looks at you. I have not left this room for years.
Mom, our cart is out in the campgrounds.
We have a camp now?
Fair.
We have a fair now?
No, okay. Outside the gate, we have a little cart pulled by a big Brahmin and a very small Brahmin.
His name is Peggy. He is my child.
Mom looks back over at you. Oh, darling, we got plenty to work on.
He's a small cow and I love him. When you see this, Brownon, you will understand. It's adorable, but it's like ugly adorable. It's like it's not really cute, but because it's not cute, it's cute. I don't know how to explain it.
Regardless. George, one thing we should probably get before heading out. Food. And not for us.
Yeah, because I really consume a lot of food.
You absolutely do. I know that for a fact. I'm also talking not even for me and Nancy and Vlad and that crew.
I am aware.
All right.
Mom looks at you sternly, George. Are you telling me you ain't eaten enough?
I am
Come on,
physically
Georgie.
I can't eat. I am physically incapable of consumption.
Now, you see, that's just the kind of negativity I don't like, darling.
Come on,
Now,
Buffy. And I walk out.
If you want to paralyze Simp, I can try and drink a glass of water.
Lucas.
Yes.
I will ask you, do you want to dodge?
Yes.
Oh, God, no.
I did this fully aware of what would occur.
Roll agility.
You got it. 23. I roll with a +4.
All right. As Mom hears you say bucket, he whirls around and slaps the air where you were. You do feel how hard that was gonna hit. As you back up a little, already anticipating this, you feel the air whoosh past your face. And Mom looks angry. Now, what did I say?
George, are you offended by the nickname I gave you?
He looks at Lucas as if in deep thought. And he's really just trying to decide, was that funny enough to warrant seeing it again? And he's really just like, just staring at you. Very good. Now go say hi to Papa Roach for me.
You got it. And I'll walk out.
Anyone has called him Papa Roach.
Yep. This is the first canon time that Vlad has been referred to as Papa Roach.
We just need to make sure he doesn't get headstrong.
Stop it.
That was glorious! Oh my god! I am so glad that I got that immediately. I would have been so angry at myself if I hadn't. Lena, since I know you do not listen to that kind of music, that is a Papa Roach song. Headstrong, take you on.
Shut up.
Headstrong. I'll take on anyone. I know that you are wrong.
Oh my god. Anyway.
So, Mom looks over at George. Alright. Well, so, because you gotta stay here for the wig, you also gotta help me carry my bags.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Alright, let's go. And he starts walking upstairs.
Alright. I feel like we should probably call it here. If that's alright with people.
It's not.
Okay.
Skip work. Don't go.
I mean, there's literally only 2 people who work this shift, myself included. So,
Other person can handle it.
I mean, he would have an hour to get ready? Okay, alright. I will talk to y'all later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Just a heads up. I am doing this for 2 more nights after this.
His
I-
overnight shifts.
Yes.
Oh.
So I'm going to be doing this until
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yep.
Which means if I were to have a game session for mine on Monday, you would not be present.
I would, depending
I
on
don't
when
even
you
know if that would-
started.
I don't even know if that's the thing that's happening. So,
If it is, I will try to come.
I mean,
Alright.
worst case scenario, I'm pretty sure I've got Alt assisting Farrell at the moment with building the body for Vive, and Green is still on his little journey.
Alright. Alright. Good night, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye.
Scrug.
So I guess that is where we will end it for now.
Sounds cool.
I knew full well what was about to happen. So did Lucas. He's a smarmy fuck. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh, I love Mama. I love Mama. Can't stress this enough.
Why do you love Mom?
Well,
He's a sassy bitch.
he's a sexy bitch. He's motherly.
He.
He is motherly. I feel like him and Nancy will get along just fine in the medical field, and in the let's beat up our
Medical
enemies to
field.
help.
Air quotes.
It's gonna be a lovely friendship. I'm looking forward to it.
Mhm.